5 socializing hacks every elegant lady must know. My dear elegant ladies, welcome to video 2 of my networking mini-series. Ladies, don't forget to download your free workbook that comes with this mini-series. You simply go to networkingminiseries.com to download this free workbook that's going to help you because it has plenty of exercises where you can learn how to improve your social skills. So don't miss out on this little gift that I have prepared for you. Now ladies, did you know that actually what makes a person really good at socializing, it's just some secret hacks that they're using. There's absolutely no rocket science involved. But what's interesting is that to the outside, these people, they look so professional at networking, they look like the socialized pros, but in reality, actually, all they're doing is this. So ladies, let me dive straight into hack number 1, and that is leverage your social media. Now, we live in a digital era where most of us have some form of online presence, and maybe it's just to connect with family and friends on social media, but have you actually ever thought about maybe using your social media to meet new people and build relationships? Now that's actually not too complicated because what you can do is join various social media accounts. Let's say Instagram is a favorite, but you can also do it on Facebook or Clubhouse. Then there are also special friend finder apps or apps of specific interest groups that connects people. And you know what's really interesting? Is that I am actually working on something in those lines for my community as we speak. And ladies, I cannot wait to release this with you because I hold the largest network of women online who enjoy elegance and affluence. So therefore, I have decided to create something that's going to make your life easier when you want to build your network of like-minded women. So ladies, watch this space because more information is coming to you soon. Now, going back to online platforms. So, reaching out and engaging with people is key on social media. That's how you meet new people and that's how you build new relationships. But what's actually also quite important besides this is your own digital footprint. Because not everybody thinks about what type of image of themselves actually show up on Google or show up on their Instagram page. And this is a very big mistake that I see happen everywhere. A tacky online presence is a good example of this. You see, some people think that their kind of drunk pictures or sensual bikini shots are appropriate to post online, and they never think about the consequences that might actually bring them. And I'm not only saying this to ladies, this affects men too. So in my online finishing school, I do teach a lot on personal branding because there we really go in depth on your online presence and make sure you clean it up and you are representable in the way you portray yourself online. Because if you want to set yourself up for optimal success in the futures, then you cannot have drunk pictures, sexy photos, or silly pictures or other immature footage of you circulating online, even if they're really old. All of that is going to build the wrong image of you, and people are all very judgmental. And also, ladies, a little bonus tip. Be mindful of what kind of tweets you put out there because, as we have experienced, those can backfire easily. Hack number 2. Always follow up, ladies. Now, one big networking hack is to really follow up. And I cannot stress enough about nurturing a relationship and really make sure you follow up with people because it is so incredibly easy to become this lazy couch potato and not having kind of your fingers working the magic for you when actually they can create all kinds of relationship for you if you just put them to work. What I'm talking about, ladies, is all about following up with new contacts, and whether that is to check in with them once in a while over WhatsApp, or maybe you leave them a like or a comment on their social media accounts, or maybe it's something as simple as just sending an email with an invitation next time you host a dinner party. Whatever your action is, you are only going to be remembered if you make yourself remembered. I know it sounds harsh, but it's the reality. Majority of the times, ladies, the person you just met is most likely not going to follow up with you. And that's not because they didn't like you or because you're not that important, but actually, the truth is that most of us are kind of lazy deep down. Well, besides the extroverts, of course. They never get lazy when it comes to socializing, which is why they end up knowing loads of people. But I want you to really nominate yourself as the captain of this networking ship and start sailing into people's DMs. A little "hello, was a pleasure meeting you" is a wonderful beginning and really shouldn't stop there. It can really open up the door for a future friendship or a new business venture, whatever it is. But I would also really point out that you have to be proactive in this department and you cannot be scared of rejection, because not everybody is going to have the energy or have the time to fully engage with you as much as you would like them to. And that's okay, that's normal. Everyone has a life in the end of the day. So make sure that you don't become spammy or obsessive as a result when you are trying to follow up with people, because that's going to definitely ruin your image. You want to be mindful with this. You want to keep it on a balanced level where you still leave a good impression. Now, if you find this part to be a little bit complicated, then I do recommend that you download my free workbook that is part of this networking mini-series. Go to networkingminiseries.com and download it, because there I have loads of exercises that will help improve your social skills and make you feel less awkward as you socialize. Now, hack number 3. Pay attention to details. And ladies, I know that not all of us have great memory, but when you are beginning to socialize, it can be useful to remember certain details about other people, such as what's their favorite drink, where do they like to travel, what hobbies do they have. This way, you're able to follow up with them much easier in the future when you already know a few things about them, so you can easily start conversation around those things. The same goes for actually remembering their birthday and reach out to them on that special day. Or, as an example, if you know of their faith or you remember what their faith is, you can reach out to them on some important religious days that you know that person celebrates. Now, if you really want to leave an impression and you are sure that it won't come across as trying too hard in that context, then send that person flowers with a card on their birthday or let's say on the religious day, and you are going to really stand out because it is truly a wonderful gesture and people will remember somebody who goes that extra mile. And ultimately, what will happen is that they're going to feel special and therefore they will want to actually maintain or form a deeper relationship with you because of how you made them feel. Hack number 4, share your network. Ladies, don't be stingy. Share your network with other ladies and other people. You see, meaningful relationships are created when value is being mutually exchanged. So don't keep just taking, without ever giving. Because when you do that, you're going to repel people away from you. And you might come across as a user or an opportunist, which you're not, because you're an elegant lady after all. So ladies, think about what's happening in another person's lives and how you can actually benefit them. Do you have some contacts that you can share with them? Can you invite them somewhere that you know will help them with their career or their social journey? When you're being genuine, people are going to reciprocate to you with the same type of favors or sometimes even more. So it's really important that you do show people that you're not there hopping around trying to meet as many people as possible just for your own benefit. Give more than you anticipate to receive. Hack number 5, and ladies, this might be the last hack for today, but I'm going to give you more hacks on my networking webinar that's happening on Monday, May 10th. There, I'm really going to give you so much more than we have time to discuss today, so make sure you go to networkingwebinar.com and sign up to get your private invitation so that you don't miss this free event. Now, number 5 is upgrade your story bank. Now, one little detail that truly only the networking pros really pay attention to, and that's the stories you tell. or they tell? Well, okay, I'm talking about the stories you will be telling and the stories that you will be sharing with other people, because they are incredibly important, since it is in our human nature to bond with each other over a little story time next to the campfire. And for this reason, this is how we behave even when we socialize. So for this reason, you really should have a few tales in your archive to pull out when you are out and about socializing. This is going to make you appear much more interesting and entertaining, but this is also going to position you as someone that people would like to meet again. Because you know, nobody really likes those really boring people over there who have nothing to say. They want to be around people who know how to maybe make a little joke, how to tell a good story, how to keep them entertained. And those people with the best stories are usually the ones that have life experience or have some form of knowledge or insights, authenticity as well, but also some humor. If you feel that you are none of those things, then ladies, don't worry, because we are on a journey of personal upgrade, and I am here to get you there in no time. Because some of the tips that I can give you on this subject is, first of all, be well read, and not only books, but also like random articles about random subjects, because that's going to give you some interesting stories to tell other people. Number two is make sure you do things in your life. Don't just stay at home, watch TV all day long on the couch. Go out and experience life. Travel, do hobbies, do new activities, anything that can give you things to talk about with people. And last tip for today, if you don't have a story bank at all, then you know what I would do? I would sit down one night with a little glass of wine and go down the memory lane and start pulling stories out of my memory and out of my system, because even if we haven't lived a very long, exciting life, there sure are stories in the back of our mind stored somewhere. All of us have stories, ladies. It's all about remembering them. And my advice to you would be to write them down in an Excel file and go back to this Excel file from time to time so that your story bank is fresh and you have some interesting things therefore to tell people. Now ladies, this was video 2 out of my 3-part networking mini series. On Thursday, video 3 is coming out, so make sure you put yourself on the notification list by visiting networkingminiseries.com, where you can also download the free workbook that comes along for free with this mini series. Now in the last training, we will discover what type of female friends are essential to befriend when you level up. So stay tuned for that one. Until then, ladies, watch my next video, 10 rude conversation habits that you're probably doing, because there I'm going to groom you even more on how to become an elegant conversationalist. So I will see you in that video.